Hey everyone, Michelle Box here to talk with you today about Perry's little mishap during the CNBC debate last night. It was pretty awkward. Basically, Perry was asked, what 3 departments in your plan are you planning on cutting? And Rick Perry named the first one, he names the second one, and then he's like, and he starts to look around, and he's like, what was that third one? He can't remember it for the life of him. And he looks over at Ron Paul, who is really hardcore into cutting government departments, and he's like, there's this one, what was the third one? Like, help me out, buddy. And Ron Paul's like, I'm cutting 5, I'm cutting 5, what's your beef, buddy? And it was pretty hilarious. And then CNBC actually tried to help Rick Perry out by asking another question to the candidates, and they start to ask the question, but Rick Perry stops them, which was a stupid move by Rick Perry. He stops them, and he's like, no, I've got this, and he names the first one again, he names the second one again, and he's like, and he's looking around again. It's so awkward. And then he says, and as crickets, fill the room, and nobody's talking, you could hear a pin drop, and that's not just the cliche, you really could. And he's like, oops. And it was really awkward. It's one of those moments you don't know whether to laugh or cry for Rick Perry. And everyone was just kind of, looking around, and then CNBC was like, okay, and tried to move it along to another question. But today, Rick Perry is experiencing major backlash for it. And at the surface, it doesn't seem so bad. A lot of conservatives are coming out, and they're like, you know what? It's okay, you're gonna forget things sometimes, there's a lot of pressure, maybe he just had a momentary brain freeze, whatever. But I think that there's a bigger issue. Rush Limbaugh. He came out and he's like, you know what, Obama made worse mistakes that the media didn't report on, and Rick Perry is fine, you're gonna forget things, blah blah blah. And I actually disagree, because I think if you're really convicted about something, if you're convicted about cutting those 3 departments, you're going to know what those 3 departments are called. If you're convicted, if you have a hard conviction, versus just making a campaign promise. I think Rick Perry is someone he is not. I think Rick Perry is campaigning as a conservative, but is really a moderate, just like Obama can campaign as a moderate, but is really a liberal. That's what I think. And I have Texans to back me up. There's a lot of Texans who are saying, you know what, guys, Rick Perry isn't who he says he is. He's not. He did a whole bunch of special interest stuff. He did executive orders. He expanded government. He's not who he says he is. He'll just say whatever he can to get elected. He is a hardcore, corrupt politician. That is what he does. So I just wanted to bring that insight into it, that potential thing, put a little, maybe, bit of a seed in some of y'all's heads, and so we can just think about that. Is Rick Perry really who he says he is? And this is just my personal opinion. It doesn't reflect the opinion of Reagan Rex or our staff at all, because I know we have Rick Perry fans on our staff. Just a thought, something to think about, different perspective probably from what you've been hearing from other conservatives today. And thank you so much for listening. Let me know what you think. You can comment below. And also, if you want to hear more about my thoughts on the debate, the CNBC debate, you can listen to the Hayden Collins radio program on Georgia's Fox News Talk radio station. And you can listen at 12:30 Eastern on Saturday, and I will put the link below in the bar, so in the description box, so you know where to go to listen. And I can't wait to talk to you there. Thanks, everybody. Bye.